The Haftarah of this week discusses the role of the Kohanim and the Levites in the Beis Hamikdash. When speaking about Kohanim, we can't help but think and find a parallel between the tragedy that happened last night with 45 dead, over 100 wounded, on Lag BaOmer, in Miron. We can only think of the story of the Torah, where the Torah says, after the passing of Nadav Avihu, during the inauguration of the Mishkan, Aaron, their father, who just lost half of his children, 2 of his sons, Vayidoim Aaron, and Aaron was silent. But in his silence, he resolutely continued his tasks, his obligation, his service in the Mishkan, for which God rewarded him and gave him additional mitzvah in the Torah. The Mittler Rebbe, the son of the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad movement, who was imprisoned, and in the year 5587, corresponding to 1826, on the 10th day of the month of Kislev, was released from his imprisonment on trumped-up false accusations. The following year, as Chassidim was streaming from all over Russia and Ukraine to come and celebrate with the Rebbe, the first anniversary of celebration, unfortunately, the day before, on the 9th of Kislev, the Mittler Rebbe passed away. Yet the Mittler Rebbe has left a message that one should celebrate. And Chassidim then made a song, composed a song. Der Rebbe hat geheißen freilich sein. Freilich darf man sein. They sang it. Der Rebbe hat geheißen freilich sein. Freilich darf man sein. The Rebbe commanded to be happy. We must be happy. So while shocked about this tragedy from last night, and we scream out to the Eibishter, Rebbeinu shel olam, Ad Mosai, how much more suffering? Haven't we suffered enough this last year? We must learn from Aaron to be silent, because it is beyond our comprehension. And we must learn from Aaron to continue with our task. Continue with our mission which God sent us in this world, which is to bring about the ultimate redemption. How to do so? We must learn from the Chassidim of the Alter Rebbe. The Rebbe hat geheißen freilich sein. We must not only do it, but do it with great simcha, particularly on a day of Lag BaOmer, the day that commemorates the stopping of the dying of the thousands of students of Rabbi Akiva, the Hilula of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who says, Yom Simchas, this is the day of my celebration. Kedayu lismoich al Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai b'shas hatrak, our sages tell us. We can rely on Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in a moment of difficulty. So we must find within us that strength to continue in our mission with simcha. A number of years ago, the night before the Lag BaOmer parades in Hebron, a yeshiva student was murdered, and the community was devastated and were not in a mood to continue with the preparations for the next day's parade. The Rebbe instructed them. There's a Mishnah that says, "Ma'virin es hameis lifnei hakala." If there is a funeral and there is a celebration of a wedding, we divert the funeral so as to allow the celebration of the wedding going on. It is the Lag BaOmer celebration. So while crying deeply, bitterly on this terrible tragedy, we have to know that we must continue with simcha and learn from what Lag BaOmer teaches us. Lag BaOmer teaches us that we should do like Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai did, to avoid the passing of the students of the Talmidim, which was, as the Gemara says, due to the lack of tolerance of somebody else's opinion. The Rebbe established those Lag BaOmer parades on Lag BaOmer. Hundreds of thousands of children worldwide are marching, maybe even right now, soon, or just before, depending on what time zone you are, together, shoulder to shoulder, in a mosaic of yarmulkes, with all kinds of messages, but they have the same message. We are colorblind. We only see a brother and a sister, and together we're marching towards the Geula. So friends, let us heed the Rebbe's call of strengthening Avos Yisrael, of bringing in light, especially today, Erev Shabbos. Let's light more candles. Let's get more people involved in lighting the Shabbos candles, so that with the beautiful flame and the warmth and the happiness and the simcha of Lag BaOmer, of Achdus, of Jewish unity, we will merit to celebrate the ultimate Geula, the ultimate redemption with Mashiach in the Beis HaMikdash. May this happen now. Good Shabbos.